Hello, welcome back to Six Flags Great America for another quick update because I can, so I'm going to. Nothing really going on in terms of construction or anything like that, but there are a few small little things going on around the park. So the first thing actually has to do with outside the front entrance, so cut to that.
Sorry my windshield's dirty, but I did want to note I'm pulling up to the parking tolls here, and the actual Six Flags logo sign that used to be on the parking toll is down. Actually, all the signage on top of the parking toll booth is down. So I was complaining before that parking toll booth is pretty ugly. So hopefully that means by the end of the season or going into next season, it looks like they'll at least be replacing the signs on those, hopefully repainting it, making it look a lot nicer. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Just thought I'd note that real quick as we're going in. So here's a look at that parking toll from the outside here. You can see it actually looks like from out here that they've already repainted it. So maybe they're just repainting it the same color and then putting the signs back up. But I do hope that we do get new signs because this is your first impression coming in the park for most people. So definitely want that to be nicer than it was before. It looked really junky before, for lack of a better word. I do hope that eventually we get more toll plazas here because you can see the line of cars not too far back there, but we could use some extra capacity on our parking tolls here, so hopefully that happens eventually, but for now it looks like we just get a repaint, hopefully a new sign.
Okay, now we're back for Raging Bull, which has been under repaint or being repainted since like mid-August. A lot of people thought it was going to be reopening this weekend. I need a haircut. Anyways, a lot of people thought it would be reopening this weekend. Fortunately, it looks like that is not the case. However, the repaint job is done, and I did see it testing earlier. I didn't get any footage of it, and it seems like they've stopped. But I heard it was testing last night, and I have seen it testing today.
You can see we now have a sign out front that says this attraction is unavailable for today. We apologize for the inconvenience, which is a different sign than they had out before. So hopefully that means we are just about ready for Raging Bull to reopen here. The sign was down on my last visit. The sign is back up. Looks like it's been refreshed a bit. So that's nice. And yeah, the ride is done painting, obviously, if it started testing. So looks really good. It's super shiny, even from the other side of the park over all the way over in Yukon territory. You can see the sunlight just gleaming off of that fresh paint. So I'll get some cool angles here as much as I can of what that new paint looks like. Hopefully it won't be too long before Raging Bull reopens. But as of today, seems to still be closed, although they are testing. We'll see if they test more a little later. The bench I sat on the last update's gone. Dang it. I do love that they left the actual rails like a dark gray color. That looks sick.
Yeah, so I did start testing again intermittently. It's just testing with just 2 trains right now. We still don't know where Teal train is. Of course, I didn't move here till like July, but from what I've heard, Teal train's been nowhere to be seen this entire year, so we don't know where the 3rd train is. But they're at least testing with 2, so hopefully either tomorrow or next weekend, Raging Bull will be back open. Maybe. We'll see. It'd be super clutch if it just randomly opened later tonight, but I'm not holding my breath. Still testing into the night, which makes me think that they're probably trying to hit a minimum cycle count in order to get the ride reopened. If not tomorrow, then next weekend. I would assume. I don't know exactly what the regulations are like in Illinois, but maybe even after a repaint like this, you have to hit a certain test cycles, because it's like 10:15 right now, and they are still going cycle after cycle tests. So, anyways. Alright, y'all have probably already heard this already if you follow this park, but as you can see behind me, good news, Maxx Force is back open. So last time I was here 2 weeks ago, we saw it testing like just constantly, and then my understanding is that it reopened last weekend, so it's been open for about a week now. It closed at the beginning of July for nobody knows why. Something mechanical, so they had the launch track stripped apart that they were working on there. But it is back open now after like 3 months, 3.5 months. So yeah, there you go. And it's got 2 trains on too, which is nice because they were running 1 train when I was here at the beginning of July, right before it went down. So it is good they're back on 2 trains as well. Doesn't help that much because this ride's just, the control system's not great for moving trains in and out of the station quickly, and the lot bars take a while to unlock and all that, so capacity's still not good, as you can see with the line here. But yeah.
Push on those lot bars, exit to the right, there's your right. In just a few seconds, you guys can push down, pull up on your lap bars, exit to your right. Push down, pull up, push down, pull up. Bye-bye. Kamen Riders. Store your loose articles across the station in the open bin. Store your loose articles in the open bin across the station. No fanny pack should be taken with you on the ride. No fanny packs. You gotta take the fanny pack off this. No fanny packs. No purses. No bags. See ya. Hands down, heads back. Hands down, heads back for the launch. Hands down, heads back. Hands down, heads back. Enjoy your ride. Push down, pull up, push down, pull up. Alright.
Alright, so I just thought I'd come by real quick and look at the go-kart track here, because this is where people think that the new kids area we're getting next year is going. We still don't know if that's actually happening or not. You can see that this is the location. Nothing's really been done yet, though the go-karts have not been operating in a while. You can see, again, not operating today either. Raging Bull does look really good from here with its new paint color. You can see there. Literally glowing in the sun. That's awesome. But anyways, yeah, not really any action going on here.
Yeah, I do need a haircut pretty badly, but regardless, those were kind of the main things, the Maxx Force and Raging Bull shenanigans. So like I said, on these update videos, I won't be covering anything that's like the seasonal stuff for Fright Fest and stuff like that, because there's just so much going on there, and I just am not familiar enough with it. And then with the park itself, I still need to get a little bit more familiar with it to notice a lot of the really minute changes around the park. And I'm not studying every last thing on every single visit, so there's definitely probably some things that I missed, but these were kind of the big ones. Also, the like LED lights in the first tunnel on Demon I mentioned last time, those are already gone, so I don't know what was up with that. And still no special effects or music on Demon, unfortunately. Come on, guys, get that. We need the song back. But anyways, still no music or sound effects on Wrath, that we know those are probably coming eventually, but still nothing there. I'm thinking probably next season at this point. So yeah, if there's certain things you want me to keep an eye out for in these kinds of update videos, let me know, and I'll try to watch for it. And again, I'll have more things to include in videos like this once I'm a bit more familiar with the park, at least the nitty-gritty little things, and I'll be able to notice little changes. Regardless, much like what I did at Dollywood, I probably won't do these videos if there's not major projects going on around the park, or at least what I would consider major projects. So once Raging Bull reopens from its repaint, I'm probably not going to do any updates unless they start breaking ground on that 2026 kids area that we may or may not be getting. So anyways, that's that. Just mostly just wanted to let you all know that Maxx Force is back open, and Raging Bull hopefully should be open pretty soon. And hopefully we get a new entrance sign on the toll plaza. I do think that's more important than most people would realize, since that's like your first impression going in the park. So having a nice sign there, I think will go a long way in making the park feel a lot nicer as you're entering. Anyways, that's that. Hope to catch another ride with you again very soon.